So, after about a 10-month hiatus, aespa are finally back with mini album My World with the title track Spicy. I haven't done a comeback review in a while. I did start a review of Twice's Talk That Talk back in August when it released. However, I never finished it due to schoolwork. Now that the school year is coming to a close, I can finally make these random K-pop reviews with my irrelevant opinion again. So let's begin, shall we? Obligatory K-pop commentary video disclaimer. This is literally just my opinion. Music is subjective. K-pop as a whole is a subjective art form, and I am allowed to freely feel however I want about it. I love the girls of aespa and wish absolutely zero harm on them. I simply want to give my opinion on the music they release because I am extremely bored and have no social life. My opinions of their music do not reflect my opinions of the idols as people. Alright, let's get into the video. First, context is needed before we get into the music on this release. aespa have finally had a comeback after 10 very long months. Their last comeback, Girls, was extremely successful in numbers, fan reception, and sales wise, but it was not as big of a hit as say, a Next Level or a Savage. And that's okay, but the girls of aespa were also victims of mass online hate that had already started since their debut, took a major rise after Giselle's end slur scandal, and has continued still till this very day, although I feel the hate train has died down a little bit. However, it got pretty bad during Girls' era because some of the dancing seemed lazy. aespa were getting slack for not singing live, having poor or bland stage presence, and Giselle especially was heavily criticized for her dancing, rapping, singing, visuals, and basically everything under the sun. For me, I obviously do not support or agree with any of the aespa members' wrongdoings, and I agree they definitely deserved the criticism they got for it. However, I don't support mindless hate and death threats. It even seemed like the girls lost confidence due to this, and this was especially evident during Girls' era. People didn't like the songs on this album as much as their previous songs either. All of this built up to a pretty mediocre comeback with mediocre reception from the K-pop fandom. After Girls' promotions ended, aespa went on a weird hiatus, instead taking on many odd jobs. Other projects such as SM Town songs, Karina and Winter had a Got the Beat comeback, and they did some original soundtracks such as Hold On Tight for Tetris. People were getting restless, complaining that aespa should be given their own comeback and not random one-off collaborations. Non-fans were anticipating a comeback, but were very unsure of what to expect after Girls. Finally, on the 16th of April, 2023, SM finally announced the release of aespa's third mini-album My World, to be released on the 8th of May. They released a music video and single Welcome to My World, featuring naevis, a week beforehand on the 1st of May, and released the rest of the album a week later. Now, let's talk about each track and what I think of it, as well as the concept and album as a whole art piece.
Hey baby, welcome to my world. Only we own the city. It's the real world. 시작되는 you and me.
It is hard to match up to the B-sides on the Savage album, but by God I think aespa have done it with this one. I think it is my favorite song on the album as of right now. This album starts so strong with a hauntingly beautiful track that continues their lore. The melodies are so haunting, and it gives me such an otherworldly feeling when I listen to it. This song literally makes me feel like I am the main character discovering a magical far-off land at the climax of a movie. It is so cinematic. I really can't describe it in words. Not to mention the girls' vocals are beautiful as always. The lyrics aren't anything special, but they do contribute to the otherworldly deja vu-like feeling you get when you listen. The lore is incorporated into the lyrics, yes, but it is definitely not as overwhelming as it could have been for some people on songs like Next Level. naevis being a Vocaloid is honestly really funny, but I don't even hate her parts that much. To be honest, I'm glad that she is a Vocaloid other than some actress portraying her. Her parts are pretty satisfying to listen to, and while I was worried it had ruined the song for me, it really didn't. My personal favorite part is when the strings swell at the end, going along to the beat and crashing like waves. Does that make sense? I don't know. To be honest, I think more groups should have these types of painting orchestral songs on their records. Maybe it is just me personally that always loves these kinds of tracks, but I do think it can add so much to a group's story and discography as an intro, interlude or outro. This song is fucking amazing, 10 out of 10 from me. Now, let's talk about Spicy.
Cause I'm too spicy for your heart. Bring a fire alarm. 심장이 파고드는 너. I'm too spicy.
The first thought I had when I listened to this song for the first time was, this is the most random MV concept to go with this song. This song feels like a continuation of Girls, with the guitar sample looping for basically the entire duration of Spicy, reminding me of the guitar you can hear in Girls. It didn't remind me of this kind of chick flick, Mean Girls type concept, but the more I listened to it, the more I kind of felt the Y2K vibes that they were going for. I still think the song versus the concept is a bit jarring, but I think it fits fairly well. This feels like a song you'd blast while hanging out with your friends in the summer. I love the guitar loop. It kind of reminds me of earlier pop rock songs from the 2000s. I love the way it sounds muted during the verses, ready to explode during the chorus. The mixing is a smidge weird for me. I wish their voices were a little bit louder over the guitar, because this is a pop song and pop songs usually have clearer vocals than this song does, so it put me off just a little. As well as this, I do think that this song has way too much rapping. Giselle and Karina are alright rappers, but I'd rather hear them sing verses than rap and chant them. It would make the song feel much more cohesive than it does with all these random rap parts thrown next to each other and occasionally separated by the poorly mixed chorus. It's sad that they only sing for like 25% of the song and I can barely even hear them when they do. All that being said, I really do like this song. I love the feeling it gives you. I love its aggressive yet summery vibes. How it screams, I'm a bad bitch, I'm too good for you. Yet it's catchy and makes you feel like you are also going to the beach. Many summery songs these days are super poppy and upbeat and bright, and this is a cool deviation from that theme. Yet, it still keeps its summery concept. I'm not sure if it's my favorite title track from aespa, but I really like it, and it's been on repeat since it came out. I also fucking love the music video. This is probably just personal preference, but I am a sucker for Y2K chick flick movies, because they were my childhood. Some of the vertical shots are weird to me, but I love the sets and the special effects during the chorus, and I adore all the fashion. I wish American high schools were like this, but speaking from experience, sadly, they are not. No American high school student has ever decorated their locker this much in their entire life. At my school, nobody even uses their locker unless they do sports extracurriculars. LMAO. I give this song a 7.5 out of 10. Some problems that keep me from giving it a Song of the Year title, but not bad at all and really catchy and nostalgic.
Cause I am salty and sweet. 거부 못해 색다른 treat. 잊지 못해.
When I saw some reviews online saying that the salty and sweet instrumental sounded like Kahoot music, I thought they just meant its vibe. But no, the instrumental seriously sounds like Kahoot music, and it slays. On first listen, I didn't really like the song. I thought some vocal takes could have been redone, and I didn't like the way they said sweet and treat in the chorus. But now I think it's grown on me. The production is really great. I'm not a fan of the way they deliver some of the lines, like the ad-lib in the beginning. That should have 100% been redone. Or they should have just used another take. I also don't love this part. But the other parts of the song are great and the oohs in the chorus are very satisfying and bump this song up to a 7 out of 10. Not as good as Spicy, but really not bad at all either. I'll probably continue to listen to it for the next couple weeks until I grow tired of it. This song is Kahoot music if it's slayed, and it's great.
너는 닿을수록 thirsty. 보면 가득한데 thirsty. Yeah, I got you boy. Sip, sip, sipping all night.
With this song, I think I like the way it makes me feel more than I like the song itself. The song is really good, a refreshing R&B track with a really pretty instrumental. The instrumental really feels magical and the very clear harmonies that were brought out in the mix make it feel just right. The track video is so cute too. Continuing the chick flick theme into something softer than the popular girls concept they have in Spicy, which I think is a neat perspective. I love how natural the members are playing and laughing with each other in this music video. It kinda makes you think that they aren't idols, but the main characters of a Netflix series or something. So good job to the director, the production crew, and the aespa members for bringing this song to life. I don't know if I would have liked it this much if I didn't like the music video behind it. Sometimes a good music video can bring a song to life, and that's what happened here. I love the girls' sweet vocals, the cute ad-libs, and the girly theme that is just so innocent and yet so grown up. I really like this song. There are minor things that keep it from being a 10 out of 10 for me, but there are less problems than in Salty and Sweet. So realistically I think I am going to give it an 8 out of 10. This song really is adorable.
이건 마치 hell yeah, I'm not happy. 행복한 척 tell yeah, but I'm not happy.
Okay, so originally I didn't have much to say on this song. I thought it was okay, and relatable, but not much else. But when I saw the track video it kind of elevated the song tenfold for me. The video game thing at the beginning is genius. The makeup they did for each of the girls is beautiful, especially Winter's makeup. The sets make sense and are so pretty to look at. The story it's telling is vague but so understandable to those who struggle with mental health. This scene with Ningning in the cheerleading outfit gave me chills, because the choreography they gave her and the dancers is so cool and she looks stunning. Someone offering Karina a red pill versus a blue pill made perfect sense and I understood it immediately. Not to mention she looks beautiful here. I love how relatable the lyrics are, as I said before, and I love how they switch from saying I'm unhappy to I'm so happy in the last chorus. It feels like the main character of this song is lying to their peers after not being listened to after they first opened up about how they really felt. So they went back to putting on a fake smile. It's a simple storytelling tactic but it's really smart. Good job to the aespa girls and the production team behind this video. I think it's my favorite track video out of all of them. Now, basically, I like the song even more than I did before. I really vibe with the weird melodies and wacky instrumental. 7 out of 10. Now, the last song, Till We Meet Again. It's the only song to not get a track video, and is an obligatory ballad all K-pop group companies think they should shove into the ends of their mini albums for basically no reason. This song had no business being on the album other than the fact that they needed somewhere to release it since they performed it at their concert a couple months ago. As you can tell, I am not necessarily a ballad fan, but this song is not bad at all. It's just personally not my taste. But I can recognize good music where I hear it, and the instrumental and composition of this song is beautiful. I love the guitar mixed with the strings, especially that part in the beginning, and as always, the girls sound absolutely beautiful. It is a sentimental song they can sing to their fans at concerts. But that is about it for me. Maybe I will listen to it once in a while, but not that often, since as I said, I'm not the biggest ballad fan. But it is a good song, so I can't give it a bad rating. 6 out of 10. Now, let's talk about the concept as a whole, how the lore factors in, and my final thoughts on this comeback. All in all, I think this is a solid comeback with a cool concept, better than average songs and a beautiful set of music videos. I like that they laid back on the intensity of the lore just a smidge, not making the lyrics super obnoxious with all their Kwangya language and such. And I know the aespa girls were sick of constantly performing in front of a green screen for all their other title track music videos, so seeing them and the characters they represent in real environments was so refreshing. And I also loved that they did keep lore elements and continued the story. However, I don't claim to understand aespa's lore, and sadly I fear I never will. But that's okay. I'm fine with admiring the cinematography from the outside, as the comeback has just released and the girls have just started to promote on music shows. Obviously I can't predict the future and say whether this comeback will be more or less popular than girls, but I'm already seeing lots of praise for them. I've seen people say that their stage presence has improved, that touring has done a lot of good for them in terms of their comfortability on stage. I have also seen many opinions that their dancing has improved. I've seen more positivity surrounding this comeback than negativity, which is a really good sign. I wish the aespa girls the best in their promotions, and I hope this comeback proves to be a net positive for them. This comeback was not what I expected, but was totally worth the wait. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you whenever I upload my next one. Bye.